The courtroom is silent but heavy with anticipation. Rows of spectators, lawyers, reporters, and court staff sit rigidly, their breath held. At the center, a single figure stands alone, Marcus Williams, his back straight, shoulders squared, eyes steady. He wears a simple but well-pressed suit that contrasts with the judge's imposing bench behind him. The carved oak panels gleam, as though eager to witness what will unfold. A palpable tension coils through the room. Every heartbeat seems magnified. The moment hangs suspended, waiting to be shattered. Before we dive into this extraordinary story, tell us, what city are you watching from? Drop it in the comments. We love hearing from our global family. Don't forget to like and subscribe to keep this storytelling journey alive. Your support truly keeps us going. Now sit back, relax, and prepare yourself for a story that will stay with you long after it ends. The judge presides from an elevated platform, her robe as dark as her mood. She sifts through the case file with impatient, clipped movements. Her eyes narrow as they settle on Marcus. Despite the solemnity of the chamber, a cold curl of contempt pulls at her lips. In that instant, everyone senses that this is not a fair hearing but a stage for her prejudice. A collective breath is drawn in. The hum of the air conditioning is the only sound. Marcus stands silent, dignified. Within him, memories flicker. The first time hatred was spoken to him as a child, the first injustice he witnessed, the first time he vowed to dedicate his life to the law. All of it converges here and now. The judge glances up. Her gaze is sharper than any blade. Without a word of greeting, she launches into a litany of accusations. The charges are ordinary: petty theft, minor assault, resisting arrest, but the tenor is anything but. Each accusation is laced with insinuation, designed to cast Marcus as more criminal than human. Whispers ripple through the gallery. Journalists scribble furiously. Friends of Marcus exchange worried glances. He remains still, a pillar of calm amid the storm. His mind turns inward. His mother's lullabies, his father's stern counsel about survival, his own years of study to understand the intricate machinery of justice. He will not surrender to humiliation. Without warning, the judge's tone shifts from disdain to outright hostility. In a voice low enough that only those close by catch it, she utters a vile racial slur, a word dripping with centuries of hatred. The term hangs in the air like black smoke. Time seems to fracture. Faces freeze mid-expression, shock, horror, disbelief. Marcus's heart pounds. For a fleeting second, he feels the weight of all those slurs he's endured, on the playground, in classrooms, in boardrooms. But he does not flinch. Instead, he tilts his head slightly upward, meeting the unseen distance between judge and podium. In that posture, he channels every ounce of his training, his dignity, his resolve. Silence crashes through the room. A clerk's pen hovers over a notepad. A bailiff's hand tightens on a file. The judge's own breath seems to catch. Marcus remains motionless, yet inside, a furnace of determination blazes. He recalls every moment that brought him here, the mockery he faced as a law student, the obstacles erected before him, the nights spent poring over statutes and case law so that he could stand for others when they could not stand for themselves. He almost smiles, knowing that this moment of disgrace will become the catalyst for something far greater. A rapid-fire exchange of legal jargon ensues, though it barely registers. The judge's mind is already made up. In her mind's ledger, Marcus is guilty, not because of evidence, but because of his skin. The verdict is pronounced as though read from a script: guilty on all counts, 6 months confinement, no bail. The gavel slams down like a hammer, echoing in every chest. Marcus is handed over to the bailiffs. His attorney protests, voice wavering. Spectators exchange furtive glances, some prying tears from their eyes. Marcus walks out, head held high, every step measured. He knows the sentence is unlawful, but he will not permit despair. Behind him, the judge sits, expression smug, certain that she has prevailed. The corridor is narrow and dimly lit, fluorescent lights humming overhead. Marcus is ushered between steel doors that clank shut behind him. He passes fellow inmates who eye him with curiosity and a hint of sympathy. None truly know what brought him here, but they sense the injustice. The cold metal bench he is urged to sit on feels like a throne of wrongs. He closes his eyes for a moment, and draws in a steadying breath. His mind races, not with fear but with strategy. Every judge, every courtroom official, every procedure has a weakness. He studied them all. And in this brief window before the machinery fully engages, he has laid the groundwork for his own liberation. Behind the scenes, in a cramped office filled with stacks of files and humming computers, a quiet drama unfolds. Clerk Jennings, a meticulous custodian of paperwork, locates a sealed envelope in the pending review stack. It bears Marcus's name and a hidden docket entry. Complaint, judicial misconduct. Jennings glances over the document one last time, recognizing the carefully constructed legal arguments that allege abuse of power, racial bias, and violation of civil rights. With a decisive stamp, she invalidates the original arrest warrant. She signs the misconduct complaint, then calls a supervising attorney who authorizes immediate action. The entire process, normally stretching over weeks, is accelerated by the airtight evidence of prejudice. 10 minutes have passed since the gavel fell. The courtroom doors swing open once more. Marcus strides back in, unshackled and unbowed, flanked by 2 uniformed officers. A ripple of astonishment courses through the seated crowd. Cameras pivot, pens stab at notepads, and the judge's face strains of color. On the judge's bench lies a freshly issued federal arrest warrant for judicial misconduct, abuse of power, and civil rights violations. The placard reads her name in stark black letters. She stands trembling, as the room holds its breath. The judge's gavel lies unused. The paneling that once framed her authority now glints back in harsh light. The officers approach with measured steps and present the warrant. The gallery watches as prejudice, once cloaked in black robes, is stripped bare by the very law it trampled. A slow murmur of triumph rises. Reporters huddle, exchanging notes. This is no mere anomaly but a watershed moment, a powerful rebuke of systemic bias. Under blinding lights and behind a wall of microphones, Marcus addresses the public. Every eyeball in the room is locked on him. He speaks of dignity, of the rule of law, of the courage required to stand when the system turns its back. His words resonate far beyond these 4 walls, carried on television waves and social media feeds. He does not mention his own fear or anger. Instead, he offers a call to conscience, that no person should endure what he endured, that every citizen must guard justice as vigilantly as a soldier guards a gate. His final sentence lingers, a promise etched in the air. We are bound together by our laws, and by our humanity. In living rooms and community centers across the city, screens glow with images of Marcus's speech. Neighbors gather, tears and smiles mingling. Conversations spark about reform, about the need for implicit bias training, about community oversight of the courts. The single act of one man's resolve begins to ripple outward, transforming despair into hope. Back in the quiet of his home, Marcus sits before his desk. His face is illuminated by the soft glow of his laptop, screen filled with messages of solidarity and requests to guest on podcasts and panels. He leans back, exhaling deeply. This victory is not an endpoint, but a milestone on a longer path toward equality. He opens a fresh document and begins drafting proposals for judicial reform, a blueprint born of personal trial and triumph. Behind a sleek microphone and warm studio lights, the signature logo of We Are Black shines. Marcus, now a collaborator with the channel, leans in, his voice rich with conviction. He recounts the courtroom saga, not as a tale of vengeance but as a testament to the power of law and character. He urges viewers to join the movement, to subscribe, to amplify the stories that too often go untold. His final words are a clarion call. Subscribe to We Are Black. Because our stories deserve to be heard, our voices deserve to be amplified, and our justice deserves to be real. Months later, the courthouse has changed. New protocols stand posted on bulletin boards. Training modules on bias are mandatory. A community oversight committee reviews complaints. The memory of that day, the judge's slur, the reversal of fortune, the arrest, remains vivid as a cautionary tale and an enduring inspiration. And within that memory lies the truth that when one person dares to challenge injustice, the whole system can shift. The bench that once weighed heavy with oppression now stands as a symbol that no robe, no matter how imposing, is immune to accountability. If Marcus Williams's courage stirred your spirit, if you believe in justice that sees every person as equal, then join us. Subscribe to We Are Black on YouTube, where truth finds its voice, where the silenced are heard, and where we stand together to ensure that justice never falters. Because we are black. And we are stronger together.